Down at the bottom of the map, in the red, is our Terran player. He's been playing okay, but he dropped the last game to Inca. Can he come back and win? He is.
MVP Noblesse.
VP Noblesse.
Noblesse. Yep, there he is. And up at the top of the map in the blue from the team OGS is a player that tied things up last game. He is.
OGS Inca.
Inca. He really puts a lot of emphasis on the C. He's like, well, it's capitalized, so I better say Inca. There you go. Proper pronunciation. Tassadar is really big on that.
He is, man.
He is.
Tassadar's like, well, you know, one day the Protoss may be extinct as well.
He's
so
like, it's Zealot, not Zealot. I hate it when people do that. I talked to Tassadar before the match today. That's what he told me. Yep. Not Anisoso Tassadar, the real one.
He's like, I hate when people call it a robotics bay instead of a robotics support bay.
He gave me this crystal I could like look in to see his past, and it was just him in school studying English. I was like, this is boring, Tassadar. Why didn't you give me cool stuff like Zeratul has? All right. So I like the little wall off with the sort of partial supply depot.
Yeah. Usually when you see that, it's like basically saying like, you can't know whether or not I'm one barracks expanding or not, but the Protoss is like, I know you're one barracks expanding.
That's right.
And Inca actually decided to go Nexus first on Daybreak here.
Perfectly reasonable. He's got, you know, like we just said, a good reason to believe that Noblesse is indeed going for a gasless fast expand, which he is.
Very true.
Nothing wrong with that.
And, you know, if you go to do the build order for Nexus first and you see that your opponent's doing something, you know, you can make the late gateway. It's okay. You can actually do that. It's actually fine.
It's actually just fine.
Don't get stressed out, guys. It's okay.
I'm not getting stressed out. Are you?
No, I'm just saying there might be some people watching who were thinking about going Nexus first when they got home tonight, get on the ladder, and they were like stressed, like, well, what if? I'm like, it's okay. You can still make a late gateway. You can make a gateway at 14. That's fine.
I wouldn't dream of going Nexus first. I'm like just learning Protoss now.
You know, if you make the late gateway, it's not ideal, but you can do it. Noblesse blocking the gas here, but no reason to do that, actually. Could have sent his SUV away now. I was like, why is he doing that? He microed it around so that it couldn't be made, but...
Yeah. It's kind of funny sometimes. All right. So, right now, not a lot going on. Pretty standard openings by these guys. It's going to be more of a macro game. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see Inca go for that double forge play with some more prism harassment like we've been seeing a lot of Protosses do.
And, you know, interestingly, Noblesse saw the Nexus, smartly, in response, makes his commands around the low ground. Probe, not able to see that, though.
Yeah. Can make a pretty good assumption, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't see any, like, extra Marines running around. He doesn't see, like, a stream of SCVs coming into space, so he can assume. Oh, a lot of barracks, you know. This is something that we've been seeing a little bit more often in TVP. I believe it was, I'm trying to remember if it was MVP or SC that was doing this, was making like doing like 4 barracks gasless expands and even 5 barracks gasless expands, just trying to put some pressure on with Marines. And this, on a map like this, I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but it's interesting.
This was something that was really popular when I was casting a lot of games on the EU server. It was quite popular back then, and Marine King did it a little bit, and MVP a little bit as well. SC did this in TVZ quite often.
That's right.
But, you know, that build is so old and popular and still used today that it's hard to
just TVZ.
Very true. It's hard to say, oh, well, SC was the guy who did that, so everybody made 4 barracks in TVZ like this.
It's hard to go wrong with just a bunch of Marines, you know?
That's actually the reason why it's so good.
Unless you're running into a siege tank line, if your opponent goes really fast siege tanks, it's hard to go wrong. That SCV won't be writing any letters home, unfortunately. I just made this really sad now, didn't I?
Well, you know, no SCVs write letters home. You know why? Because this is the future and they have email, okay?
I thought, oh, he's going to lose that Stalker if he's not careful.
And this 4 barracks play is actually good for this reason because, yeah, Stalkers can out-micro Marines, but if you're making a lot of sentries...
That's actually going to be 6 gateways, man.
Oh, he's doing it, man. He's Inca, and Inca... like Genius, sometimes just likes to do these all-ins no one would expect.
Well, you know, if your opponent's making nothing but Marines, doesn't really have any tech, you can do this
This is actually the ideal situation for Inca.
Absolutely.
He's going to have to hold off this early Marine pressure regardless, though, before those warp gates are done.
Oh, Marines coming in from the side.
Oh, man, this is not good for Inca. He has to back up.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful here. Oh, Marine's coming in the front as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot for him, but when those warp gate research finishes, he's going to be able to warp in units to the bend.
Yep, it did just finish.
And he hold on a little bit longer. If he loses this pylon, though, he won't be able to warp in very many units.
And he loses it. Both players supply block
man,
right now.
If he loses this pylon, he's actually in the red, and now the Nexus is under fire.
Oh, Marines are good, Wolf.
They are indeed good, and I actually like decision-making here by Noblesse. He's going for the Nexus, knowing that if he kills units, then he can warp in more units. He doesn't want to fight them. He's just going to kill the Nexus, man.
Yeah, man, that is really going to supply block Inca, and Inca's just got to go for it. He's like, I can't lose this Nexus, but you know what? You're going to lose the game, Inca. I'm sorry, but this is it.
That is going to be it, guys. Inca now running probes away.
Yep. And, oh, he maybe can barely save the Nexus.
He's going to try. Not microing his Marines anymore. There he goes, starting to micro them again. Stalker's running away.
Trying to micro a little bit. Oh, he loses another Stalker. And I don't know, man. Noblesse is just doing way more damage with this than I thought he would. And just catching Inca at the exact right moment. Those Marines are just going to go on a jaunty little walk through the mineral patch.
In total, 21 workers killed, though.
Yeah. What's the worker count, though?
Right now, the worker count is 32 probes at 39 SCVs, with the third command center finished and dropping mules.
Yeah.
That means Noblesse's economy is going to be sicker than, like, someone who wants chicken soup on a cold day. I don't know.
That's right. I was trying to think of like someone we knew that's been sick lately, but everyone's been pretty healthy.
Yeah, everyone's been pretty healthy.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to be healthy in Korea, I would say.
Yeah, man. I've only gotten like one small cold since I came here in March.
I have not gotten sick at all. I'm invincible.
I had like the sniffles for like 2 or 3 days, and that was it.
Well, it looks like Inca's going to continue with his 6-gate here.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty strong.
But Noblesse has a bunker up. He's got a little bit of a wall, but he was making so many add-ons. If he goes right now, he could probably beat him.
Yeah, he's going to go right now, and this is going to be very dangerous. He might even be able to force field those Marines out of the bunker.
Oh, he absolutely will at least be able to force field that bunker from being repaired.
Oh, he's going to actually just give up the bunker right away. Retreat to the high ground.
Not the best force field on the ramp. Some of those Marines getting up there. He does not want to try to attack the SCVs because there's so many units on the high ground. Command center's flying away, but man, Inca's going to do a lot of damage with this.
Absolutely. Here, that one command center is like, come on, we got to go, other command center.
He may try to use force fields to pull these SCVs away. Nope, looks like he's just going to zone them out and hold position here.
Wow, Inca coming back with a lot of damage. This is the problem. If you lose your army early on as Terran, you are so vulnerable to gateway pushes like this.
Especially if you don't build your bunkers early and if you make a ton of add-ons right after the attack.
Yeah.
Sure, he wants to get Marauders out, but you know, that may have been kind of a tough decision that really comes back to bite him here. Of course, now he's contained. Look how much energy those sentries have.
Yeah,
look
really
at it.
insane. I'm looking.
You guys can't see it, but I can see it, and it's a lot. He's actually not going to stick around because the medevacs are out, but even so, he's been forced to move his commanders into his main for an extended period of time. He's not dropping his mules because he's just so saturated in that main base, he doesn't even want to drop them yet.
Inca, in the meantime, starting up his Templar archive, so he's going to go for that nice Templar switch as well, getting both his forges. Yeah, Inca's just looking really, really good this game already.
Yeah,
despite having kind of a rocky start there.
We thought he was going to die. I thought he actually was going to die there. Really smart decision-making by Noblesse on what he attacked. He didn't go for the probes because he realized you're supply blocked. If I kill your probes, you're going to warp in more units, they're going to kill my Marines. But if I just keep pecking away at your Nexus,
I didn't realize just how much Inca had been chrono boosting probes as well. I mean, he had so many workers that he could give up 20, workers and still be okay, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
That's
Nexus first
thing to think about.
is quite good for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Inca with a huge lead now in a situation where I thought he might perhaps die.
Yeah. Still, basically anyone's game. The supplies are still fairly even, but Inca's going to have great upgrades. He's also going to have a third soon.
He's got a photon cannon in his main to help deter drops. He's got storms about halfway done. Third base charge, everything going right.
Yep.
And, the units of Noblesse right now just don't, they're not going to keep up the upgrades. It's just not going to be possible.
Well, we're probably going to see him try to poke at the third here in the near future. That's normally what you do in this sort of situation. But we'll see. I mean, he's a little bit worried about moving out across the map, and I can't blame him because he's in kind of rough spot, you know, like we've been talking about. He's going to go ahead and take out those rocks.
Yeah, he's going to go most likely for a drop to the main as he attacks that third base location.
Yeah. It's pretty common.
Actually not doing it quite yet, though.
Yeah, he might just actually go for the third, too. I
Oh,
mean,
you know,
he's only
one
got
thing
3 medevacs.
we didn't mention is he doesn't actually have combat shields, really.
Oh.
So that's going to make his
he
push
doesn't.
really weak compared to what it could be.
He's going to deny this third, but he might actually
He's
get
going to get trapped
Yeah.
here. Inca actually sending his Templar the wrong direction, but guess what? A storm goes off.
Yep. Worth it.
I think actually Noblesse gets the better end of the deal here. He kills all those Templar, gets out without losing all of his units, but the sentries are here.
Oh, nice pickup there, but he's going to lose so much.
Oh,
He's going to go into the main.
I gotta say, Noblesse got everything out of that he could have, man. He took a bad situation, made it.
Feedback on 2 of those medevacs, killing them.
I'm like, everything's going okay for Noblesse. He got the drops out, then no.
No, it's
I'm
not
like,
okay.
I'm like, he's gonna get out there. The sentries are there too. I'm like, okay, Inca, all right.
Oh, those zealots warping in, taking some damage. It's going to be barely enough to hold that, it looks like.
And Inca's attack here. There are no bunkers. There's a factory to sort of help out.
Zealot charge is done as well.
He's going to fight on the high ground here. I'm not sure Inca should commit. He should go for the third, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He can force field behind his army if he wants to.
Yep.
Oh, those SCVs aren't going anywhere.
All right, well, keeping the SCVs a little bit safe here, but looks like he's going to lose them all anyway. A nice force field wall going up for Inca. He's going to go ahead and pull back, denying the third again. Yeah, Inca's just doing a really good job of just getting a little bit farther ahead. You know, he's just making these little incremental jumps in this game to get ahead of his opponent. It's Marine and Marauder. Going to try to do some damage. Oh, they're going to run away.
They're like part of a comedy routine or something.
It's like,
they're like, ah, they run away.
make some sort of like buddy cop drama. It's like Marine and Marauder. They're cops.
Oh man, have you seen Axe Cop?
What?
Have you seen Axe Cop?
Yeah, that dude's funny, man.
That is
I love that comic.
so funny, man.
I'm so glad you know about that.
I wonder if there are any new episodes out.
I'm so impressed that you know
If you
about
guys
that,
don't
Wolf.
know about Axe Cop, you guys should look that up.
Yeah.
It'll change your life, okay? If you're having a bad day, it's going to change now when you go look up Axe Cop, okay?
That and Hark, a Vagrant are 2 of my favorite webcomics.
I got to watch that. I haven't seen that. Or read,
funny.
rather.
It's really funny.
If you're talking about it, just reading.
Deals with like history and stuff a lot, so that's funny to me. All right. Only 1 robotics bay this time for Inca.
Very true. A few more cannons going up as well, just to deter more drops.
Yeah.
Make sure that his third base is absolutely secure against any stim buys, if you will.
Stim by. Oh, I like that.
Hallucination research for Inca, so he's probably going to hallucinate some Colossi when he goes to attack. May even fake them and just make his opponent make extra Vikings.
Now, can you hallucinate warp prisms just to mess with people?
That is a good question. I have never tried to do that. And yeah, you can.
You can. Okay, so you can hallucinate warp prisms. Fake drops, maybe? Wouldn't that be something?
And some hallucinated High Templar.
Oh,
that's something I've never seen before, but quite smart.
I like that. You could definitely draw some EMPs. I've never seen this before.
I've never seen it before, but I love it, man.
Yeah. Oh, and he is going to warp prism harass at the same time.
He's going to keep them all stacked up, too, so, well, okay.
That was embarrassing. Well, I don't know what was more embarrassing, that or the supply drop that we saw in one of those supply depots there.
I don't know, man. I guess they're both pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, probably the warp prism a little bit more, I think.
He's going to stim some units up here to kill these fake Templar.
Like, wait a second.
He like stops microing. He's like, ah.
It's like, oh. No one Marine's like, yeah, oh. He goes back and tells his friend he killed like 4 High Templars, and they're like, they were just hallucinated, weren't they? And he's like, yeah. Oh. One lone ghost, a little bit out of position there. He's going to be okay.
Looks like Inca's going to go for another attack, perhaps.
He's very, very zealot heavy right now, which... Oh,
those are real.
Yeah, that was the real Templar, and that was a nice EMP. Take some feedback for it, but... Man.
He'll wash it out later with medevac energy.
That's right.
He'll be fine.
I don't know, Wolf. I don't know what the attrition rate is for being a ghost in the Terran army, but I don't think it's very good.
I don't think so either, especially not against this army of Inca. Here we go!
Another EMP on the Templar. Basically only Zealots. Will Noblesse be able to micro well enough? Nice force fields here.
I think Inca is just way too many zealots, man. Even though he's got better upgrades, Noblesse is just crushing this army.
So much DPS from Noblesse. Templars getting EMP'd. That doesn't help either. Couple Colossi out now. Oh man, this base is in trouble.
Oh, absolutely. The probes have nowhere to run, and Inca can actually send his forces to attack here, but guess what? Noblesse is already gone.
That's right. Like a ninja, or a ninja turtle, or a ninja rat that teaches ninja turtles.
But not the kind that likes to eat pizza.
Yeah. You know, oh, still need to get away there. Shredder must not have been a very good teacher because all his minions like weren't ninjas. Well, except for the Foot Clan, but they were like already martial artists that just signed up.
I think Shredder just didn't have a very good personality. No one really wanted to listen to him.
You know, he's like more of a middle management kind of guy. He really can't inspire people, I think.
Yeah.
That's Shredder's real problem. He needs to go to some speaking seminars, you know, kind of brush things up a little bit.
I would agree, yeah. I think that you really hit the nail on the head on
All
that.
he really can do is go, wretched reptiles, and that's it.
Yeah, he just kind of seems like a racist.
Oh, I don't know where that came from. That's a whole other level, man. All right, well, Inca coming in with a big army here. It's going to be enough. Getting some ghosts a little bit out of position. Decent EMPs, though.
Yeah, good Colossi hits here because there are virtually no Vikings. In fact, it's quite literally no Vikings.
Yeah, it is actually 0 Vikings right now for
the
Noblesse.
Archon's not attacking that army. Oh, Noblesse gets away with a huge chunk of basically no health units.
Yeah.
They're like
Oh, he's
broodlings.
going to get the command center. Stimlings.
That factory coming back down here to
There's
form.
the Vikings.
There they are.
Thanks for showing up, guys.
Yeah, nice control on those Vikings at the very least. The Stalkers blink forward. They're like,
Keeping them on the high ground. We're safe above the biodome. Except we're not safe from Pauly Shore's comedy.
You're just on fire with the jokes today, man.
I don't know. I actually really like one Pauly Shore movie. Encino Man. That's a funny movie.
I didn't
All right.
see that one.
He's going to take down the rocks, give himself a little bit better run-in for his zealots here. I think that's a good idea.
Now, right now, the upgrades are 2-2, with 3-3 about to finish for Noblesse, but Inca, man, he's about to have 3-3 knocking on the door right now. So many Archons to tank the damage.
Oh,
Good EMPs are going to probably get launched. One good EMP.
Yeah, gets us a couple sentries there. Vikings have to pull back because there's a lot of stalkers. Another EMP goes down. This is it. This is everything right here. So many Archons, though, from Inca. He's going to just push in here.
And SCVs are not good against Archons and Colossi.
Really?
I think that's going to be it, man.
That is it, yeah.
Supply plummeting to 0 for Noblesse. GG, and Inca is back.
He's back, man.
Noblesse is out.
That's right, Noblesse down to code B again, but this guy right here, OGS Inca, a look of relief on his face because he is going to code A round 2 again, which guarantees him at the very least a spot in the up and downs, and Noblesse obviously very disappointed with that.
Yeah. Should have read his history books, figured out how the Incas were conquered last time.
So, you know, TVP is a tough matchup, though. It's a very unforgiving matchup. Oh, Inca's even got a keyboard.
He's got
cover
a
for
keyboard
that. Wow.
cover. You know, I actually used to keep my keyboards with the keyboard
Did
cover,
you do
but one
that?
day I just said, you know, no, I'm not going to do that anymore.
I just use my keyboard enough that it doesn't get dusty. You know, like
Because-
sometimes the top right part of it where the logo is gets dusty and I brush it off.
Well, I got to ask you a real question here.
Okay,
How do
go
you
for
wrap up your keyboard, like the cord? How do you wrap it up? Do you wrap it up so it's like in the middle of the keyboard like this, like around that way? Or do you just not wrap it at all? Do you like tie the other one?
What I do is I do the same thing I did when I would take like my controllers to like Halo tournaments and stuff. I would like wrap the cord up in sort of like a figure 8 and then like wrap the other cord around the cord.
That's a smart way.
Yeah, I think that's the safer way to do it. All
Yeah,
you guys out
see-
there, if you want to transport your keyboard, don't crimp the keyboard
Yeah,
card.
see, I used to do that, and that's actually the same.
Everybody usually does that at first.
That's the same reason why I stopped using those keyboard covers. When you do that, it like pulls the cover off sideways. I'm like, well, now the cover's not really accomplishing its goal anymore. So I was like, and then I just stopped using them.
Yeah.
I like kept them in my closet anyways. I was like, maybe I'll use this again one day, but I never did.
No.
I never did.
Just throw mine away.
Mine are in the
That's how it
closet.
is.
I might
Yeah.
use them again one day.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean,
Are you a
Incas-
hoarder, Wolf? Do we need to have an intervention? We like go to Wolf's apartment here in Korea, and he's got like keyboard covers stacked to the ceiling, like
Hey,
dead cats everywhere. It's
Inca,
like, Wolf.
he does it, man. He uses the keyboard cover. You know, I'm like, maybe one day I want to be like him. Maybe one day, if I'm as good as Inca, if my PvP win rate is like above 80%, Maybe I'll use it again, okay?
We'll come back to you in like 50 years, and we'll see how things look. We'll be like, Wolf, we need to talk about this. I have like the shovel with a bunch of dead cats on it. I'm like, what is this? You don't love these cats. And
Except their keyboard covers for some reason.
All these keyboard covers, Wolf.
You like come to my apartment.
Don't need these.
I like make you some eggs. I like serve them to you on a keyboard cover. I'm like, here you go, Doa. You're like, why is this on a keyboard cover?
Like I can't use my fork with this. So there you go. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, guys. Don't go anywhere. Come back for more GSL Code A action here at the GSL.